Hello, good afternoon. Happy Saturday to you all. Yes, Dr. Babs back here for another episode of Wise Up Weekend. I hope you're having a wonderful Saturday. I have my daughter here with me. We are going to be discussing, what are we going to be discussing today?
Meal prep.
Meal prep. How to make it fun and easy. All right. Now, before we get to that, we have quite a few things to talk about. But before we get to that, if you don't know me, let me introduce myself. I am Dr. Dolapo Babalola, aka Dr. Babs. I am a family physician. I'm a health and fitness coach, and I am the founder of Living at Your Finest. I have a deep passion to help communities of color, especially women, to live at their finest holistic health by being empowered to nourish their spirits, soul, and their minds, so that they can flourish as health champions. And the way to flourish as a health champion is definitely meal prepping. So let's get to it, right? Let's talk about what this means. All right, so we're going to review a few things. What is meal prep? We're also going to talk about the benefits and
the best practices.
So let's start off with what meal prep means. Just in simple terms, without complicating it, is the process of planning and preparing our meals for a successful week ahead. I know that it has benefited me, my family. We've started doing this for a while. We're on and off, but we realize that when we don't do it, it just really hurts us. We don't have a productive week. So let's talk about why it's important to do it. All right. So a few things you want to share from your own experience when you actually meal prep. What do you see as a benefit?
I definitely think meal prepping helps two things. One being it helps your time. You don't have to wake up early in the morning in order to prepare your meals and potentially be late for your job or your work or school even. And then another thing I think meal prep helps with is just it reduces the potential risk of you eating out and fast food and getting extra calories that you don't necessarily need.
Yeah, I agree. Because the days when I actually am rushing out, I actually go and buy, I'm so hungry, I need glucose. And then I go to Chick-fil-A down the road or McDonald's, and that is 3-4 times the calories that I would eat in the house. So it's definitely healthy. You save time, you save money in your pocket. I remember I used to tell my husband that he will have shares at McDonald's. That's where he really loved to go. So McDonald's, I always say, you have shares there. Just pack your food. But it takes time. It takes a process. And we've learned that meal prepping really just helps us. So not only are we saving energy, trying to figure out, what am I eating today? You've already planned. Now you do the work on the back end. It takes a process, but you save time overall. Can you think of any other reasons why meal prep is also good?
I guess meal prep helps with learning how to cook, because you're actually taking time to cook what you would like to eat and something that is healthy. So it finds different ways to eat something that you think is good, but also, eating something that is healthy.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely. And it's fresher too. When you buy things, in restaurants or drive-through, you really can't tell how fresh it is. So those are some of the benefits. Now let's talk about, the solutions. So the best practices, how can we do this? So let's see. The first thing that we do is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I preferably like to shop on Friday, right? Because if I'm not too tired after work, I will do my prepping and, we have a couple of things that we get. So we have all our starches. If you can you pass some of our meats that we get? So we cook 4 days of the week. We cook for 4 days, right? So we have different sources. So we have a salmon, we have shrimp, we have grass-fed, and then we have our chicken. So that will be our protein. And then we also have our veggies, right? So we buy that in bulk. So we have bell peppers. We have some that are already frozen. So you can get frozen. They're also good. We have the solid ones. We also have our bags. So we buy the veggies. So we know what we're getting, what veggies we're having. Can you bring the plantain, please? And then the sweet potato. I thought we brought that out. So you also need to decide what your carbohydrate is going to be. So we have sweet potato. Maya last week did a batch of sweet potato and it was delicious. So sweet potato, you know, it's high in fiber, low glycemic index. It doesn't raise your sugar up so high. Yeah, so we have the sweet potato, we have plantains as our carbohydrate.
Sweet potato?
Yes, and then we also have the regular potato.
And then plantain. And then regular.
And then we also add, quinoa, we have rice, quinoa. So pretty much you pick your potato, your starch, pick your protein, pick your veggies, pick your fruits. So that's how you plan. And then we decide if we shop on Friday, then we cook on Saturday because we don't want to be overwhelmed. But we have to decide how we're going to spread up our meals. So we cook for 4 days. We have our 4 different proteins with our 4 different carbohydrates, and then we just mix it. And we have containers like this that we pack our meals. That makes it convenient. Of course, after we cook, we store them in glass containers. That makes it that, we want to avoid plastic by all means. So we have these glass. We got them from Amazon, and then we just keep them right here. If you look to Maya, if you let them see the stove, we've already cooked some food. Like my husband loves beans. So we have a pot of beans there. And then we have a pot of stew. So those are the things. Now, another thing that I would recommend is definitely making it fun. You have to make it fun because if it's not fun, you wouldn't enjoy doing it. Like me now. I don't know if you can hear my background music. Background music helps for me. I think the light. Background music helps. And doing it with your family. So doing it with your family, she has her preference of what she likes to eat. So she makes what she likes to eat. And then the other kids also like what they have their preference too. So making it a fun atmosphere. Those are some of those solutions, some of those best practices. So plan your shopping day, plan your meals, and then create a fun atmosphere. Music gets me going, so I get in the mood. So those are very, very important things. Now, let me share with you some of the food options, because I have a lot of times, I have patients tell me, well, it's just so difficult to figure it out. Well, let me share some things that can help with that. So over here, charts like this, and I'll make sure I put this in the chart in the comments side. What do I eat? What do I eat? So it has the different.
What do I eat?
Yes, that's better said. So need carbs, protein, fat. It gives you the list, and it gives you combinations too. So carbohydrate and protein. It also gives you protein and fat. Again, I do have a video that on Nutrition 101. So please look that up on YouTube. It talks about the benefits of all these micronutrients and micronutrients. They really help to give us the energy, helps to build our cells, helps to mobilize the vitamins and the minerals. All right, so all very important. Let me share one more slide with you on how you can combine. So there's this one that gives you an idea of just how to mix things up. Healthy, because the whole goal is for us to be healthy and for us to live at our finest. So definitely I will make sure that I include this in the comments. So what is the takeaway message, right? The reflection here is, what's the reflection? What does it say there?
Failing to prepare is preparing to fail. Benjamin Franklin. Well, it said falling for a second.
Yeah, so no, it's failing. I don't have my contacts on, and it looks like you need some glasses yourself. But anyway, so we need to prepare. We need to prepare. If we want to live at our finest holistic health, we have to prepare. Yes, it takes time at the back end, but don't be overwhelmed. Shop on one particular day, plan what you're going to eat, just select your proteins, select your carbohydrates, select your fats, your veggies, and your fruits, and then just spread it out. So as I said, we prepare for 4 days, and then the rest of it is leftovers, and then maybe once a week we do eat out. It's not like we don't eat out at all, but we are preparing for success. All right. So what are you going to do? What is your call to action? So I'm inquiring from you, from what you've learned today, What are you going to do that is going to be different? Are you going to make the effort to save some time to prep, and so that you be successful in the week, so you're not spending all your money on fast foods and having all those extra calories? You know, the truth be told, restaurants, they're going to have high sodium, the wrong kind of oils. What other things will not be the best in restaurant meals? Portions.
Yeah.
She likes restaurant foods, but she's learning to eat healthier at home, right? Because we want to be healthier. So yeah, so thank you all so very much for staying tuned and listening. Again, we can make meal prep to be fun and easy. All right, it's all about planning ahead and being successful. And you tweak it. You know, if something didn't work this week, do something else next week. All right, so please don't forget to subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube, share with friends and neighbors. Let us all be healthier together, because we need to, we deserve to, and we most certainly can achieve to live at our finest holistic health. Thank you for watching. Yeah, you want to say something?
Hit the like button and turn on post notifications and make sure to subscribe and share with friends.
Yes. Thank you very much for staying tuned. I see someone is watching, but I don't know who it is, but thank you so much. God bless. Take care and much love.